All right, guys, 100 laps here at ISM Raceway. Thank you guys for coming out. Surely this is going to be an exciting race. As always, we always go on green. Leader does have choice of outside or inside on the start and restart. When entering pit road, stay to the right lane till just before your stall. Obviously, follow the blue cone exiting. There's no changing lanes before the start-finish line on the start and the restart. Biggest rule, as always, no bitch and moaning over the race chat. If you do have an issue with the driver, please take it up with either the driver or an admin after the race. And good luck to the playoff drivers trying to make the Final Four at the end of this race. Obviously, not asking anyone to pull over for the guys. Just let's make sure we're racing clean, especially playoffs going on. So have some fun tonight. And again, thanks for coming out and good luck.
Who are the guys that we need to watch out for?
You're talking about the playoff drivers. We got Peter is locked in. You got Sean Butler, Max. God, I don't have the names right in front of me.
Todd, Tim, Eric, Max, and then Richard. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody.
Yeah, we're not asking to pull over for them. Just obviously race everyone with respect, but have fun tonight, guys.
Okay, we are ready to go racing here at ISM. Like he said, we do have a lot of cars here. Last race before the championship round next week. We had a total of, I think, 30 cars? 29 trucks. Going to take the green here. We got Cameron behind us, who's obviously fast, and James as well. So we'll have to pay attention to those guys. I'm going to take the easy approach for the early part of this run. We know last time we came here with the trucks, it was scary, bad. So we'll try our best to keep the car in one piece and finish. If we can finish, I can probably assume we're going to get at least the top 10 here. So we'll be safe, we'll watch out, and take the best we can. Hey Cameron, I'm not going to push it here on the start, so I'll let you go as soon as I can.
Gotcha.
No reason to push it. Setup's the usual here at Phoenix, you know. Loose off, the turns, rear end just slides all over the place, but that's just how this track is, honestly. Just very, very slippery for sure. Also going to try to take it easy here on the initial start, tire-wise, because after about 10 or 12 laps, the tires really start to go away, like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tenths off. Ooh. He threw that thing in there. Practice, we probably had about a 12th place truck, I think. Long run wise, James Heater I think won the pole there, and we were close to him on the long run, so I'm not too worried about long run speed if we can keep the tires on her for the first 5 or 10 laps. Looks like one run's going to be about 38 to 40 laps, so a little bit longer than usual, but you gotta expect that at a short track like this. problem with this place is it's so loose coming off of 4 there that if you get in a little too much, you get squirrely. If you're in a pack, it's really easy for someone to get into you, and then you're going around, and when you hit that inside wall, it's very likely that you're going to come straight back up across the racetrack, kind of like a rebound effect there. And that's why most of the accidents happen here, because people are spinning down to the inside and then rebound back up, and everyone just doesn't know where to go, and we just all collect into each other. You hear a little bit of someone talking. I do have the Arc East race on the side of me here, that's why. Watching that on my iPad. Might end up running a race at Daytona this weekend, sometime this week. Not sure yet. All the series obviously at Daytona, as is the real series. I honestly thought that race yesterday, the Clash, kind of acted like one of our races, where we only had a few finishers at the end, and the car was all beat up, ended up winning. So that's about the way our races go. You get some guys up there that you really wouldn't expect. Austin Hill really had a great chance to win that race. I think he probably would have had a better chance if he wouldn't have tried to make it 3 wide on Newman. If he would have just stayed in line and shoved him, he probably would have had a chance at it. But he has one more. He has another chance this weekend coming up for redemption. Try to get his second 500. A lot of people in the field trying to get second 500 wins. For sure. You got him. You got Newman still looking for number 2. Jimmy's looking for number 3. Hamlin's looking for number 3. Harvick's looking for 2. Burke's looking for 2. A lot of people looking for a new number 2 in the 500 this year. Surprisingly. About 39 laps on fuel right now, it looks like. So we might hit around like 23, 24. Try to get an upper hand on some of these guys. Get a little bit off cycle with them. Because we're probably already 12 seconds, 10 seconds behind the leader there. Brandon really struggling here. Big scatter up there in front of us. Thinking if we're gonna pit early here, I might end up just doing right sides. Left sides, that was a 20 lap run, I think, that the tires were at 97, 98 on the right side. Left side, taking rights help us turn a little bit in the middle, and it'll also save us probably 5 or 6 seconds, so probably gain us a few spots in the main time. Plus also might end up gaining us some time because we'll probably have a little bit more grip than these guys for at least 10 laps before they all come down pit road as well. So we're very consistent. I'm just not seeing the fall off in the guys in front of us like we saw in practice. That's the problem. Because in practice we were seeing the fall off in those top guys falling off into my category of like 29, 28, not 29s, 28 threes and stuff like that. But for some reason it looks like they're staying a lot closer in this round. We gained a little bit on the lead at that time. I think I'm gonna end up taking taking 4. Maybe we'll take 2 later on sometime during the race, but for now I think we're gonna end up taking 4. We'll pit in probably 3 laps maybe. We are catching these guys in front of us now. In that time we only lost a little bit to the leader, so I think pitting early, getting those tires on us, definitely going to be beneficial to our overall position. Probably lost a little bit more than a tenth that time, so I'm wide in 3 and 4. Yeah, 10th and a half. So 39 laps on fuel roughly means that we're going to probably have to hit. I'm saying 25 maybe. Oh, Leo's pitting this time, I guess. After he just drove it in way low. No, it looks like he's pitting. I don't know if that's planned or if that's a problem. I don't know. 28.5. I don't expect many people to want to pit early like they are. So I don't know. Maybe they are. Maybe he is just pitting early because he wants to. I don't know. We'll see. We'll pit next time by. Not this time, next time by. We'll pit.
Check.
We're definitely beating these guys in the center. I'm just losing it on exit, really.
28.334.
Looks like Leo must have an issue because he's still sitting on the pit road there. We'll come down this time. Should be easily able to make it on one stop from the now to the finish. Should have a pit stop box, should be right here towards the end. There it is. I painted it nice and pink so we can see it easily. Pink and purple.
Thank you.
Should go 1 lap down here, just 1. Thank you, Chad. Very enthusiastic Chad is tonight. Yeah, we'll go 1 down here, and then that's it. I think it would be too much to take 2, right? Because it's just, the car is very loose as it is, and I think it's tight middle, but it's so loose off that I think taking 2 would just kill any run that we have on the exit. So it's better off just being safe with it, taking 4. As you can see right there, it's already skidding the rear end. So that time,
Thank you.
we could have taken 2. The left sides were at 98. Right front was at 89. I think on a long run, like on a full run, that right front would probably be down in the low 80s, maybe even high 70s. Just how tight the car is. I was going back and forth with James about it, and we both have a feeling that just the wrong gears in it, because even going down to the 1, it's not even close to chipping. So we just both think that the gear is messed up in it. And that's obviously nothing we can do, because it's an iRacing setup, and we have to run off the iRacing unless something's wrong with the iRacing, majorly wrong with it. But I bet you during the day, this is probably sideways. That's probably the reason, you know. During the day, this setup's probably blistering sideways, since the track temp's probably like 118 or something. Track temp for this one, I think, is only like 80, which is very cold for Phoenix. Very, very cold for Phoenix. So, full green so far, surprisingly. No issues. Knock on wood. Me and Leo here are trekking away, trying to make up some ground on these guys that are faster than us. My assumption is that we're probably going to we'll both sort out somewhere in the top 15 once pit stops are completed. I lost a little bit of time getting on pit road for sure. Dropping a little bit too slow coming in at the line, but we should be pretty good here. I think we'll be in a good spot like last week when we ran this pit early strategy and ended up being top 5 or so once we pitted. Be nice to close out the year with 3 top 10s. That'd be really good, considering how we've run all season. We just really haven't been able to do what we need to be significant every week.
971 pit.
So here come the guys pitting now, leaders pretty much.
29 pit.
So they were even pitting a little bit sooner than I thought too. So now we have to wait till about 64 maybe to pit. So they're pretty much running this in a 3-stop or a 3 roughly even segment. We're running in 1 short segment and then 2 long segments. So I don't know, it might end up working because we might have to run this full fuel run out. They might pit a little bit before us.
2's pitting this time.
And then it might end up equaling out, maybe yellow, you never know.
86 pitting.
We're definitely gaining a lot of spots though, I can tell you that. And if we can gain 3 seconds, 2.5, 3 seconds on some of these guys, we can probably stay ahead of them before we have to pit, because it seems like once you get some track position, the times are very close to each other, so you're not really going to gain 3 seconds on someone if I'm only running a quarter of a tenth off what we ran for our best lap there with that 6. I think you're going to see a few cars here that try to make it, or try to run out this whole run. Try to pray for a yellow. And then I think you'll see them guys obviously will drop significantly once they do pit. Just because how much we are faster on speed than them. So I think we might even settle out about top 10 maybe. Close to the top 10 at least. Like I said, if we can just run in this round, if we can stay around like top 20, we should have a pretty significant chance at a top 15 overall. end up 14th, 15th, I guess, once James get by us here. The leader came down. We should end up cycling it to stay top 20 here, from what I'm looking at.
Pitting in.
I don't know how many times the leader can pit. I thought the leader already had pitted.
27.887.
Remember, we're in that dog fight with with Buckley for that final spot in points. First spot out, I guess, of the chase with Buckley. Yeah, I remember that. And there we go. Yellow flag out.
Hey David, you get speed penalty behind us 184.
Good.
Not sure what that was. If that was self-spin or what, but I guess that kind of works out for us. We'll end up starting back up here in the top 15 or so. That kind of works out. We are on the lead lap. I'm pretty positive, right? Yep, we are on the lead
Did
lap.
you get the same thing?
Yep. Get behind 86. The road is open. I was hoping nobody else got one. I'd be the lucky dog, but that didn't work out.
Oh, Kevin's ahead of me too. I don't know what happened to him. Just got out of the pits and when the caution came out.
You're going to be lining up behind 184. 184. Get the lucky dog. Come to the outside lap car.
Tim must have got a black flag too. That's big. So we'll come down when the pit's open. This is going to be an interesting cycle now. I'm going to be positive to say that we're probably going to get another yellow here soon after this one. I think, you know, everyone was kind and nice to each other for that first run, but I think we're going to see a few fireworks here. Gonna go green probably with 53 to go, roughly. 53 to go, which will mean that we have so we do end up getting that lap lead. That's good. I'm probably gonna speed on purpose coming off the line here so we can get to the back. Fully to the back, just so we can be in a safe spot. I think for that last run, I'm trying to work through my head right now to see what we can do. Would it be worth trying that two-stop? Trying that two-tire stop. I don't know for sure. If we went all the way green to the end, even if I took two, I still think it would be tough to finish top 10 taking two tires. Right there, the left sides were hardly worn, and that was another about 20 lap run. So we should be okay here. I think we're gonna be in a good spot. I'm gonna come top off here at the one to go. But I think we're gonna be in a pretty nice spot here.
You'll be lining up behind at 184. One to go. Gonna be on the outside. Try to make shit happen here.
Line up behind the 72. You are saying, boss man. Be ready.
Be safe here, be smart. Get a good jump on this restart and try to keep the car in one piece. Like I said, 55 to go right here. We're going to be 15 laps or so before a full run goes through. So I think we're going to be in a pretty nice position here to try that two-tire deal.
Still there. Clear high.
Remember, the only race we have won here in the Red Light Racing League was here at Phoenix that night. It was a fuel strategy race, but it was a win no matter what. So that could end up factoring in again tonight. We could end up factoring in a fuel run race. We ran into strategy last week, obviously going green to checker, but fuel obviously a little bit different than that. I think if we got a yellow within 42 to go, I'd be pretty confident that we could stretch it.
Still there, your door. Still out there. You're clear.
I'm a little scared because I know Gateway we had that incident down the straightaway where someone got loose. Gateway, very similar setup, honestly, and very similar front stretch to Phoenix here when you think about it. Very narrow straightaway, loose coming up off the corner. The rear end just wants to kick out sideways, and when it does, you're gonna have trouble saving it. That's for sure. As we see right there, I just drifted it up off the corner.
27.821.
I'm hoping these guys in front of us wreck, because they look like they're trying to. Trying to wreck in front of you.
We're only halfway through this thing. 27.7.
There's our halfway marker. Just lax power coming up off the corner.
Stay low, Cameron.
0.109. Side. Still there, door.
Hey.
Still inside. Your bow. 28.066.
45 to go next time by, and we got about 10 laps of fuel short. I would say everybody's in a position to make it on fuel now if the yellow was to come out. Especially, you know, because then we'd have probably 5 or 6 laps under caution. Come back down to the 1 to go. By the time we went to the green, probably 24 laps to go. So definitely able to make it on green for everyone now. So that fuel strategy is out of the window pretty much.
Working to the knob. Still outside of your quarter.
We're gonna hit this time.
Clear, clear. Outside, outside. Clear high. Outside. Two outside. Clear, clear, clear.
Pit and taken 2, top it off.
Go, you go, 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 go.
Saves us about 5 seconds there, roughly.
Pretty close there, gang. What'd you say, 99?
So we are 1 down. We're gonna be the 3rd one down. Should be able to catch Gary here
52.
rather quickly.
20.9.
I don't know about Tim though. He's obviously fast as he usually is.
I had Nathan. I had to race somebody a lap down and then up in the wall. Okay.
Okay, so Ryan's on pit road. He pitted.
27.664. Outside. Still out.
I think you're gonna have cars that I don't know what the hell Gary just did. I think you're definitely gonna have cars that try to stretch this out to the end and hope for that yellow with 15 to go to save them from running out. But you know, that was me. I thought about that for a minute, but I think this should help us a little bit more.
7.2.1.
Because in another 15 laps or so, everyone will cycle out pit-wise. Last time we pitted early, took 4 tires, and ended up gaining that time that we did in those positions that we did. So if we gain even that much, and then we get another yellow at 15 to go or something, we can come back down, pit again, and then
7. Outside.
see what goes on from there on.
Outside. We'll have a problem.
And there we go.
The road is closed.
They wrecked behind
Alright, we
us.
need to be behind at 971.
What were you saying there, David? I couldn't really.
Pace car out of 1. Pace car's out of 1.
So we'll take a wave by here,
My bad
obviously.
there, James. I did not see you.
Big hit for Heater. There goes his championship hopes. Or did he win last week? I think he won last week, honestly. I can't remember. We'll clutch it here. We'll come down, take a wave by. Like I said, I'm still expecting something significant. I don't think we can go the whole race without any big accidents. We might be able to, though. I don't know. That's the thing.
They could be lining up behind the 10. 88. Got the lucky dog.
We will,
Down car coming.
10, I think, is the lucky dog, probably. Oh, no, the 88. That's rough. Because, like, we're good on fuel to the end. Tim here isn't. He has to pit. I don't know. We can play this 2 ways. I think we just stay out and take a wave by because we can make it on fuel at this point. You know, it's only about 30 to go. We can pretty much definitely make it on fuel. And if they don't wreck, we end up in trouble because we're not going to even be on the lead lap. And 2, if we pit, yeah, we're going to get 4 tires. But the problem with that, the possible problem at least with that, is we could come down pit road, pit, and then there might not be another accident. But if there's another quick accident, then we could get the lucky dog right away and end up in a decent position. So I don't know. We'll see here. Like I said, we have enough fuel. We're going to take a wave by. We're going to get it back around here. 30 to go. I think you're going to see a lot of hot heads here. We got a few aggressive drivers. I don't want to say rough because they're not always rough, but sometimes, you know, aggressive goes around, as the great Rick Allen says. Cameron's in the lead. He's pretty fast, obviously. And Dustin's in second. I think they must have pitted right before the yellow, so they ended up staying out. Because I think Max had pitted too. So we do have some fast guys in front, some aggressive guys up there, some aggressive guys that are in the chase that need to get a better finish here towards the back end of the field. They need to make something happen here. I think you're going to see a lot of fireworks, and I'm not talking about the ones that go off after the race either. I'm talking about on the track during the race. So we'll catch up here. Like I said, we're good on fuel. We're pretty much just gonna hang out back here and take our time and be safe and do what we were doing earlier, just keep it in one piece. We're all the way at the back, other than Ryan behind us, so we're pretty much in a safe spot.
Give those belts a good tug too, bud. You're ready to go. I think we should be behind the 10.
So, here we go. Belt's tight, ready to go. Hopefully they don't wreck on the green like yesterday.
How's that? 35.979. They're clear. Inside. Clear mode.
2's 3 wide up there in front of us. That don't look pretty.
In front of you on the bottom.
There we go. 72 spins it out. No damage to anyone else, just self-spin. Pushing hard there, coming up and off. That works out for us. We'll pit here. We'll take 4 tires on. We'll fill her up.
That wasn't me that bought it out, was it?
Alright, looks like you're going to be lining up behind 98.
So we'll pit when they open the box here. 4 tires, full fuel. I don't know. I don't think the rubber's going to do much for us, as we're really not. That was only, 2 laps on the tires for the guys on the lead lap that didn't have to take a wave by. So I think we're going to be in a good position here. I think we'll be in a good spot.
I think we should be behind this 98.
I expect Tim and Ryan to probably come down with us too, since they took the wave by.
Coming around it, 41.
Oh, Ryan stayed out. Unless he had just pitted maybe before the yellow, or he got caught a lap down when he was pitting. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Wheel straight, put on brake. Yeah, so taking 2 ended up probably saving us 5 or 6 seconds, so. If we would have gone all the way through that run there, we probably maybe would have got up to like, I don't know, probably about 13th, 12th, 13th. But I don't think we would have stayed there. I think we definitely would have fell down pretty quick once they ended up hitting and taking their tires. Heater was only, I think we only ended up with a 1.5 second gap on him when he pitted. And he was up there in the top 3 or 4, so definitely wouldn't have been up there contending for anything, but never know. Things change quick here. Could have a Matt Kenseth, Alex Bowman going down into turn 1 on this restart and wipe out half the field. You never know. You definitely never know until the race is finished. We've seen that multiple times in the series where one restart can really make or break. We saw it earlier this year at Martinsville, per se, where they went down in the turn and that last lap was wild. They were flipping and flying through the air and people were wrecking everywhere. Looked like Daytona. But we will restart up here in 20th place out of the 23 remaining. Maybe 24 remaining. I don't know if anyone was on Pitlet Road and didn't cycle around quick. But we'll get the one to go right here. And like I said, we'll try to keep it in one piece still. That's the main goal. I don't know if we could really get much more starting up here on the outside. But 20 to go. We might have been able to get a few guys here. I think that's Josh up there in front of us. Yeah, in 16th. So he's only 4 spots ahead of us right now. We did lead that lap early on in the race, though, under caution. So that's good, too. We'll see what we got here, I guess. Shake down the tires. Get ready for another green flag. At the no longer ISM Speedway.
Boss man, pace car's off. Do your thing. Green flag. Sure you're taking care of it. Your brakes. Good route. Inside. 1:1.068. Still there. Still inside. Turbo. Inside. Still inside. Inside is clear. Inside. 29.066. Now inside. There's low. Inside.
I didn't have enough room down there to get
Still there.
out of him.
Still inside. Still there.
They're wrecking. Stay.
Go high.
Sorry, James, that I got my outside loose.
Do you need anything to drink or anything like that? The road is closed. Alright, looks like you're going to be lining up behind
The steering wheel feels straight. I'm not getting any crazy readings on my speedometer. On my gauges. So we might be in at least somewhat okay position.
Coming around at 41.
Oh, look at that car.
Up behind the 72.
Pace car on the backstretch.
Somebody fucking tell me how many laps are left.
That's a good seat up there, Tim.
Thank you.
Oh boy, that's not good.
Open.
I don't know what we're gonna have for damage here. This is iffy because I got stuffed in the wall and got hit in that left front. I don't see much damage. And the steering wheel feels fine. You know, it's on straight, at least as straight as possible, because I did have it offset on the setup to help the car turn, but it feels like it's not, I obviously do not have it like 90 degrees to turn to keep the car straight, so I don't know, we'll see here. That might only be like a 30-second repair or something, which obviously won't be that bad. I knew we were gonna get something happening. Let's see what they gotta do here. Fix the car up as good as I can. 3 minutes! Of course! I know what happened, the rear end probably got knocked up. We'll get as much as we can fixed here. I want to make sure that car stays fired up so we don't have to worry about that issue. We'll have to see at the end of the race how bad the car was. I bet the front end's knocked up pretty good. And I assume someone hit us in the rear pretty hard, so that's probably why we're in such a big time period here to get this thing repaired, to get back going. I don't know though. I don't think it's that bad, honestly, compared to, like, say, someone like Tim who was stuck up on the pit wall.
Alright, buddy.
I'm not going to come back down this time. I think we're just going to stay out for now. If they wreck again, we'll come back down, but I really don't think we're in that bad a position. This thing doesn't feel that bad. The steering feels fine, unless we're off on speed a little bit, which honestly might help us. I don't know. But this doesn't really feel that bad.
Alright, looks like you're going to be lining up behind 184.
No, this does not feel bad at all. So who knows? The damage might be actually helpful to us. Obviously, when we go back green here, I'm not going to push it hard because, first of all, we're already damaged. Second of all, we don't have really anything to gain from where we are on this track. So we could probably get up to maybe 15th now with those guys that got taken out. But like I said, I'm expecting something. That was a big one right there, but I'm expecting something else. We got Todd up there, we got Cameron, we got a few
little sketchy last time.
interesting people up there up front, so we'll see. We
Yo,
know,
please do race them hard. The rest of us would appreciate it.
I bet.
we'll see here. I don't think we're in that bad a spot. We're gonna, we're the last car out here, so like I said, I'm just gonna give it a big lift on the start and
Get that thing cleaned out real well. You ready?
let them have at it, boys.
Alright, boys, good luck.
I think you're gonna have a problem if you try to bump and run someone here. Plus that dog leg's gonna get iffy the last few laps too.
Green, green, green. Ah, that looked good.
Did it look good, Chad? I don't think it looked too good.
Clear, clear. 1 minute 0.4.
I forgot to downshift a second for the restart. Whatever. That doesn't hurt us really. Like I said, I think we're gonna see something massive the last few laps here. The big one at Daytona. Crashfest 500. That's what Brad K says. Like I said, if one guy gets turned a little bit down the straightaway, down that front straightaway a little bit. Ooh, they're wrecking down in the dog leg now. We're all set here, we're all set. That's what I said, the dog leg's a dangerous place here. You get tapped a little bit wrong, you're going around.
Yeah, I'm waiting for 43.
It's gonna be bad. So we'll come back down when they open the pits here. Get as much damage fixed as we can. Get some more fixed. I think we have damage in the rear. I don't think that's significant on the front, but like I said, who knows? We've been in situations before where it doesn't feel like there's any front end damage, but somehow it's
What happened at?
significantly terrible.
open.
So we'll come down here. I'm not going to put tires on it. I'm not going to fill it with fuel. We're just going to get the damage fixed. And then we'll come back down if we can before. Get as much as we can fixed. Survival at this point. We're just going to try to get the best finish we can. Coming down, there's box 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Not gonna pit straight. We really don't need it. I don't know how much this damage repair is really helpful, considering I don't even know where the damage is.
Go, 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 go.
Got about another minute of it fixed right there, so we'll jump off the pit road. Like I said, I still think we have chances of other wrecks, and I didn't just realize it, but Josh is back out in the pit lane, and he is done from that accident. I saw him get in it, obviously, but I didn't realize he was parked. So that's a big deal. Points, like I said, points, points, points. Right now we're point racing, which sounds a little strange considering we're pretty much out of anything that has to do with any positions in chase or anything, or getting to the next round or anything, but that's not what I'm worried about. I'm more worried about you know, finishing the best we can in points. We missed the chase, missed the playoffs.
Yeah, Robert, do I have my front fender still here?
That's what happens. But once you miss the chase, you obviously try to go for wins, but you first try to go for wins, and then after going for wins, well, before trying, you go for wins as you can, and then after going for wins, you want to try to focus on getting the best you can in points. And the best we can do in points right now is 13th, and coming into the race, we were 13th by, I think, 6 points. So if we can beat Josh here by another 4 or 5, that pretty much will lock up that position in points for us going down into the Rock next week, which I think will be a very, very significant test for the tire model, because the Rock, obviously, if you knew anything about early time NASCAR, and even I guess a little bit recently, because the trucks went there probably what, 7 years ago maybe, so not too long ago. 7 years seems like a long time now that they went there, but
My truck's finally done.
the Rock is amazingly tough on tires, or should be at least. So we'll definitely see how good that tire build really is, how realistic it really is.
Green flag, green flag, green flag.
The green flag came out really late this time.
Good job, man. Good job.
We'll lift here.
Quarter. Going side.
Not in any rush. Just gonna lift. Take it easy. Wait for them to wreck more. 10 to go. I don't know, I feel like there's some damage that's hurting speed-wise. Not a lot of speed damage, but there's definitely something that's just ailing a little bit.
He bumped you. All yours, go.
Enough that it's hurting us.
29, 28, 7, 3.
Because right there, we went into that turn, and we got through that turn pretty good, and we're more than half a second off our best lap. So definitely something hurting us speed-wise, but we'll try to get our best finish here that we can.
28,
Still 8 to go.
4, 5.
think if we were to get a green white check, we'd really see gloves come off. But I would say that the people that are in the chase have to be significantly smart here, because Sean got knocked out, and so did James either. So, and Tim's wrecked out too. So they have to be really smart here to not do anything stupid to cost them a possible point spurt into the chase, or into the next round, I should say. Not into the chase.
I'm sorry, Justin.
Into the final four.
It's all good.
Look at that, Skelton is flying through this field.
28.2.
I think he's back in the top 10 already. Close. There has to be something wrong with the engine, because we're about 0.6 off almost every single lap. So we're consistently that much off. So there has to be something wrong.
28.41.
Is that 2 to go? No, 3 to go. Here we go, 2 to go.
Justin, take these back.
28.3.
Thank you.
Gap apparently down on power, so no sense in trying to race you.
And looks like we're gonna get the white flag without issue. See how close the battle for the lead is, if he's gone or...
White flag.
Oh, Max is side by side with him, right there, at the line. You see the time right there, 0.000
Two tires almost worked for you, Cam.
at the line. And that will be that. 21st after our
Nice one, Mac.
mishap of getting in that accident.
Man, it's check a flag.
Tough break.
Smoking, Earl. I don't know what it is, but something's smoking. Checking right now, boss.
So there was a little bit of right front damage there. We really didn't have any damage. Little to no
Hey, that's fun racing with you there, Todd.
physical damage.
Way to edge it out, buddy.
Hey, man, good job. Good job.
Let's see this accident. Let's see when this accident was. Had to have been this one, right? Yeah. So, it appears like something started out with Tim up here, obviously. Nope, I lie. And it started out with Robert in this 49 car. Obviously, you can already see him completely sideways coming up and off there. Door slamming under him already, and then everyone just really couldn't get through there. It just, like I said, it's just such a narrow front stretch that once one car gets a little bit sideways, everyone can just pile in, and it's really easy. And we hardly got any damage from that. I don't understand it. How the little bit of damage we got hurt the car that much. It just doesn't make any sense to me. We hardly got any damage there, and we were, what, 0.6 off our best lap through the end of the race there? That's iRacing logic, I guess. Points-wise, we finished ahead of Josh there, and by 1 point, and we're going to end up gaining, I'd say, probably 2 points on him, because we ended up leading a lap there. I'm going to bring up the points for a minute, and I just want to see about the chase, what ended up happening with the chase points now. So, let me see who. Question is, who won Richmond? That's what I want to know. Let's see. Who won Richmond? So James won Richmond. So that's why he wasn't worried about wrecking in this race. So he was already locked into the next round. Period. The end. He's locked into the finals. So Sean's going to get knocked out because he got wrecked. Tim was on the edge. He was already in the last spot. He's getting knocked out. Richard, let's see. So Sean, Tim, James wrecked, but he was already locked in. It was a 2-point gap to Michael and Richard. Richard is going to end up, I think, just missing out on that next round, on the championship round. That's what it looks like, maybe by a point or two. That's it, because Max ends up jumping his way through with that win. And then, like I said, Richard was 6th place. Michael was 2 points ahead of him, and Eric was 3 points ahead of him, and he finished 1 spot ahead of Eric and 2 spots ahead of Michael. So he might end up missing it by a point. That's what it looks like, at least early times. But that's a tough break. Like I said, we probably would have been 15th in the end, I think. That's probably where we had a car to be. Gotten that little bit of an accident there, and that killed our speed for the rest of the race. But we will head on out to to the Rockingham Speedway for next week's race. We're in the Xfinity car again. We'll head on out there and try our best to finish the best we can, and probably try to at least finish out the season on a high note. I know we were on a pretty good run there, top 13, top 12 finishes, but we'll head out to the Rockingham Speedway. I do have some experience there, some wins in different type of cars, so hopefully we can take some of that experience and have a really solid run to end the season, and look forward to next season starting off probably like a month and a half after we finish off this one. So we'll head off from here in ISM Speedway and head on out to North Carolina.